tonight, starring Ron Perlman.
Thank you. Well, we've been waiting for you. Come on in.
Featuring a comedy of Greg Ray, JTO and Bobby Duck, Bob Nickman, special guests Mark Price, and Rick Overton.
You're too kind. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to yet another evening at the Improv. I'm Bud Friedman, your very charming host, and we are delighted to see you all here tonight. We have a great show lined up for you. We have a host. I'm so thrilled to have him with us. He's such a fine dramatic actor, and he's played so many wonderful character roles that, on his own admission, his real face is probably one of the least known faces in show business, and yet his half-man, half-lion character that he portrays on the hit show Beauty and the Beast was recently voted one of the sexiest men in America. Now, there's no need to tell you who the other one was, so we'll go right on with the show, and welcome, if you will, a very fine actor, a marvelously talented gentleman, Mr. Ron Perlman. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron!
It's very good to see you all here tonight, and I'm particularly excited to be here tonight, mostly because I get to appear as myself, Ron Perlman. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these egocentric type of guys. It's just that, well, I think that after the kind of dues that I've paid and some of the work that I've done, that, you know, I'm entitled to some of the whining and the dining and, you know, being invited to premieres and interviews on Entertainment Tonight. But, well, for a while there, it looked a little bit shaky. Like, I mean, when I first started in this business, I had a very certain refined image that I wanted to project. I mean, here I was classically trained. I studied all the acting philosophies. I spent hour after hour perfecting my speaking voice, how to bring forth emotions, whether Shakespearean soliloquy or Tennessee Williams monologue. And most important, I worked day after day in front of not just an ordinary mirror, but a magnifying mirror so that I could make my face a veritable cornucopia of expression. No, seriously, the subtle raise of the eyebrow, either one. The broad, slow grin, the furrowing of the brow. So, it's sort of curious that the first roll out of the box is like 3.5 hours in a makeup chair every day for 6 months to look like a Neanderthal in a movie called Quest for Fire, where I ran around like barefoot up to here in the frozen bogs of Scotland for 6 months with dialogue like, so that people could say to me, which one were you? Well, the second big shot was a little bit different. My agent called me up and he said, "This is fabulous. This is a tremendous acknowledgement from your peers." I mean, it's a movie version of the best-selling novel, The Name of the Rose, Sean Connery, F. Murray Abraham. You're going to be in a 14th century monastery with all the mystery and the history and the gorgeous, beautiful, elaborate sets and costumes. And I'm thinking, yes, this is what I trained for. The chance to perform in a dramatic, pathos-evoking role with all these fine, great actors. So what is it this time? 5.5 hours in a makeup chair. A haircut that makes Sid Vicious look like he's from Merrill Lynch. The inside of my mouth looks like the inside of a cantaloupe. And dialogue like, Tu et incunabor espergi mi spermata. So that people can say, which one were you? Well, I just, all this is, to say that times have definitely changed. I mean, I now have my own series. My agents are constantly fielding inquiries and invitations of all kinds, and not for the aberrations that I've created on the screen, but, you know, for me, for Ron Perlman. And, I mean, the Improv calls and asks if I want to host, and I get to do my own makeup. It only took 2 hours. You like it? You know, I arrive at the club, I park the car, and I walk up to Bud Friedman. I've always been a huge admirer of Bud Friedman's. I shake his hand. He looks me in the eye, and he says, "Which one are you?" All right, now moving right along, we have an incredible lineup of comic array tonight, and we should get right to the festivities. Our first performer is originally from Atlanta, Georgia. He recently moved to Los Angeles after achieving incredible acclaim as the talented hands that held the watermelon in the famous Ginsu knife commercial. Please welcome warmly Mr. Greg Ray.